be fixed after the rains, Abia Information Commissioner. Army recovers gun lost in Mahi's convoy. Abia Poli in full academic session says SCG. Hello, good evening. Welcome to tonight's edition of MCL News. My name is Emeka Chibu. Abia State Government has assured Abia residents that construction work will soon begin on roads after the rainy season. This was revealed by the Commissioner for Information on MCLTV's breakfast program, Good Morning Abia, and Ruth Ohams completes the report.
The Commissioner for Information, John Okikano, has assured Abia residents that roads in the city will receive government attention after the rains. He mentioned road projects embarked on by Governor Bazo, stating reasons for the inability of the government to start construction work on some roads. He mentioned Ongwa Road, Omuma, Ohanko, Ubohia, Osusu, among others. He went further to outline the roads that have been done by the state government.
The way Ehele Road is today, was that how it was before Governor Bazo came on board? The way Umola is today, was that how it was before Governor Bazo came on board? What about Ukebu Road? Did she also see it to commend the governor? What about Ovom? Has she been to Kamalo? Does she know that MCC Road was impassable before the coming of Dr. Kezi Bazo? Is she aware that nobody could access Samek from Abowori Road before the coming of Governor Bazo? Does she know that the police along Umehilebu relocated away from the police station, Abai police station, because there was no route to their station? Has she gone to Mwatako? Is it what it was before the coming of Governor Bazo? Has that woman visited Ochefu that was impassable before the coming of Governor Bazo? Has she seen that it is now possible to move from Brass to Express or Fox Road? Was it possible in the past 20 years? See, it is okay for citizens to ask for more.
Okay.
It's within the inalienable right to ask for more. But what nobody should diminish is the fact that this governor has done a lot. 76 completed road projects.
He, however, promised that whenever the rains stop, construction work will begin on the roads not done, and the ones that were done halfway will be completed.
If by November we don't have clement weather, we will come back to you. And then we can work in December.
Okay.
Please, let anybody verify this. It's only Governor Kezi Bazo in the whole of the Southeast that funded contractors to the tune of 6 billion during this heavy rain. Okay. Some level of work can go on under the rain. But that can happen in Abia State.
The Commissioner, however, urged Abia residents to be patient as the Abia State government is working hard to improve infrastructure in the city and the state. Ruth Ohams, MCL News.
A gun belonging to one of the soldiers attached to the convoy of the Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi has been found. The gun had gone missing when the governor's convoy attempted to pass through the Onitsha local government area of the state last week. Mahi's convoy was recently reported to have run into a roadblock at a wake at about 12 p.m. He stated that one of the soldiers in his convoy had, in the course of inquiring what led to the roadblock, lost his gun. He urged journalists in the state to approach their job with professionalism. And the Anambra Alliance has commended Governor Willie Obiano on the historic launch of the digital security architecture, noting that if well managed will maintain Anambra's preeminence as the safest state in the country. The group, which is an assemblage of eminent Anambra citizens and friends of India Anambra, is delighted that this action by the governor will open a floodgate of investments into the state. The group made this commendation in a statement issued in Lagos after its emergency meeting called to discuss and appraise the developments in the state. Representatives of AA at the briefing, Emeko Okoli and Chidinwafo, gladly notes the due emphasis on local sourcing of equipment such as innocent vehicles. He advised the Anambra State government to ensure that the scheme is backed up with sufficient manpower and further domestication of the technology for crime fighting. They also called on other governors to emulate Obiano's worthy and innovative example in their own efforts to make their respective states crime-free. The AA leaders assured the governor of their support, promising to make available the expertise of their members if needed for the sustenance of the scheme. And 4 communities in Anambra East's local government area of the state have been submerged by floods. The affected communities are Enugu Otu, Eziagulu Otu, Mponando, and Umumbeze. The Executive Director of Anambra State Emergency Management Agency, Cyril Agupuko, confirmed this when he briefed State Governor Willie Obiano on the incidents of flooding in the state. Apugo told Obiano that the current situation in these communities were scary as most of the houses were completely submerged. Transition Committee Chairman of the local government, Obi Nweke, corroborated the claims and assured the displaced persons that help is on the way. Meanwhile, the Anambra State government has pledged immediate attention to the displaced persons. Obiano declared that his administration will do everything within its capacity to ensure that health and food needs of the displaced persons were attended to. And following the recent protest by Abia State chapter of the Nigeria Labour Congress and aggrieved staff of Abia State Polytechnic, the Students' Union government has reaffirmed that academic activities are in full swing. This comes on the rumor that the school has shut down. MCL News interviewed the Students' Union government official, of which today completes the report.
Recently, 258 staff of the Abia State Polytechnic were sacked. This led to a protest by the Nigerian Labour Congress Abia State chapter and some aggrieved staff of the Polytechnic. They agitated for the reinstatement of the sacked staff and payment of salary arrears. This development brought about rumors that Abia State Polytechnic has been shut down. Refuting the rumor, the Student Union government of the Polytechnic has restated that their school is actively in session and academic activities are ongoing as scheduled.
The Nigerian student offered press release to correct a rumor that has been going around against my institution, that the institution has been shut down by NLC. Activities are going on. As you can see, the Nigerian students, everybody are here, and we are expecting our exams. But this rumor now, after hearing it, some students were biased. But right now, we have cleared that rumor that it is not true that Abia Poly is on strike or has been shut down by anybody. Every Abians that are into politics, they should play their politics outside and leave the institution alone. Because while you playing politics with the institution, it affects the Nigerian student Moses. So they should leave Abia Poly alone.
The SUG president of the Polytechnic, however, urged for politics to be separated from school activities. He also called on the state government and well-meaning Nigerians, particularly Abians, to work together to find a lasting solution to the conflict in the school. The Student Union government and the students of the Polytechnic remain optimistic that Abia State Polytechnic will regain its glory. Of Richard today, MCL News.
The staff of the Auchi Polytechnic, Samuel Okoli, who was said to have been abducted by gunmen on October 9th has been found dead. Okuli was found dead in his farm at Aviele community near Auchi in the Etsako West local government area of Edo early on Sunday. Okuli's death occurred barely 2 weeks after another staff of the Polytechnic, S. Okikena, said to be Okuli's close friend, was also murdered. Okuli is said to have been abducted on his way to his farm after the close of work to pick people working for him. His mutilated body was dumped close to a truck he was said to be driving when his abduction occurred. Commissioner of Police of Abia State, Damala Mohammed, who confirmed the incident, said that Okuli was not abducted. Mohammed said the death was probably a case of suicide as part of the deceased body was bathed with acid. The commissioner said, however, that investigation will be carried out by the command to ascertain what led to Okuli's death. And the president's wife Aisha Buhari on Sunday cautioned Nigerians on the dangers of spreading fake news shortly after she returned from a medical leave in the United Kingdom. Mrs. Buhari gave the warning while fielding questions from journalists shortly after her arrival at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The president's wife was received at the airport by the wife of Kogi State Governor Rashida Bello, Senior Special Assistant to the President, Hajo Sani, and the wife of former Governor of Nasarawa State, Mairo Al-Makura. She expressed gratitude to President Buhari for approving some special assistance to her office to help her achieve the mission of improving the lives and well-being of women and children in Nigeria. Aisha Buhari cautioned Nigerians against spreading fake news, saying it does not do anyone good, and urged relevant stakeholders to make efforts to stem the act. And the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has again warned Nigerians over money doublers. The anti-graft agency on Sunday warned Nigerians to avoid wonder banks and money doublers. EFCC also advised Nigerians to stay away from businesses without offices, adding that no one, even politicians, are not exempted from being arrested if found committing any economic and financial crime. The anti-graft agency issued the warning during a question and answer session on its verified Twitter page on Sunday. The EFCC added that Yahoo boys are a curse to Nigeria. Henceforth will continue to be hunted until they desist from fraudulent acts. A jail term of 7 years awaits any convict or a fine of 5 million, the post from EFCC added. And still ahead on MCL News, police frowns at extortion and roadblocks on illegal roads by vigilante. Federal government labor leaders meet over minimum wage. The federal government refutes attack on Nigerian embassy in Benin Republic. These and other stories will be brought to you after this break. Please stay with us.
Finding it difficult to cook for your family? Is cooking top giving you sleepless nights? Don't worry, Bobby Cooking Gas Plant to the rescue. Bobby Cooking Gas Plant, 74 Abowere Road, opposite FIRS office, Aba, is now open for business. Yes, compared to other sources, cooking gas is easier, handy, convenient, and more affordable when you buy from us. Bobby Investment is a name and source you can trust and depend on when it comes to petroleum products. At Bobby Cooking Gas Plant, your satisfaction and peace of mind is our major concern. So enjoy doing business with us. We use new digital scale, digital dispenser, and we refill your gas cylinder at moderate price. Remember, at Bobby Cooking Gas Plant, what you pay is what you get. Inquiries call 0803-751-5558 or 0806-408-3835. Bobby Cooking Gas Plant, 74 Abowere Road, now open for business.
Bobby Cooking Gas is the best!
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we go do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so world want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCLtv.
Thank you so much for staying with us, and if you have just joined us, you are watching MCL News. At this point, we shall go over to our Omoaha Production Center where Nora Okafor is standing by with other news items. Good evening, Nora.
Welcome to Omaha. My name is Nora Okafor. Representatives of the federal government have met with the leadership of organized labor on the implementation of the new 13,000 naira minimum wage and consequential adjustment of salaries for civil servants. The meeting was held at the Ministry of Labor and Employment in Abuja. The Minister of Labor and Employment, Chris Ngige, who presided over the meeting, described it as an information sharing line which flowed from the previous meeting between the government and the labor leaders. The minister assured the union leaders that he will remain neutral in the whole negotiation. He, however, appealed to members of the union to show some understanding. He announced that there will be another meeting with heads of governments, agencies and parastatals, where the books will be opened for scrutiny to see what amounts can actually be paid to workers. The meeting, according to him, will hold tomorrow. Germans were initially back from covering the meeting which held behind closed doors, but they were later granted passes by the minister. The Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, has broken down the proposed 2020 budget, putting the total revenue at 8.15 trillion naira. Mrs. Ahmed said that the total expenditure for the proposed budget stands at 10.33 trillion naira. She made a disclosure during her presentation and discussing the details of the 2020 budget proposal presented to the National Assembly by President Muhammadu Buhari. The minister announced that the federal government is planning several key reforms, including the Strategic Revenue Growth Initiative. Mrs. Ahmed explained that the 2020 appropriation bill is designed to be a budget of fiscal consolidation to strengthen Nigeria's macroeconomic environment, investing in critical infrastructure, human capital development, and enabling institutions, especially key job creating sectors. In attendance at the presentation were the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, Minister of State for Transportation, Bamisola Saraki, Minister of State for Health, Adeleke Namura, among other government officials. The Nigerian Ministry of Foreign Affairs has refuted a video circulating on social media purportedly showing an attack on the Embassy of Nigeria in Cotonou, Benin Republic. The ministry, in a statement by its spokesman Ferdinand Roye, said that the video is an old video of an attack on the Nigerian Embassy in Dakar, Senegal. The incident under reference occurred on 4th March 2013. The ministry further stated that the ringleaders of the unwarranted attack in Dakar were arrested by Senegalese authorities and jailed for 6 months. The ministry urged the general public to disregard the fake news being spread by mischief makers to garner sentiments and cause unnecessary tension within Nigeria and Benin relations. The Controller General of Nigeria Customs Service, retired Colonel Hamad Ali, said authorities of the ongoing joint border security have seized goods worth 1.4 billion naira since the partial closure of borders. Ali disclosed this during a joint press conference with his counterparts from the Nigerian Immigration Service, Mohammed Bandidi in Abuja. The joint border security exercise, codenamed Exercise Suits Response, commenced operation on August 20th. The exercise is being coordinated by the Office of the National Security Advisor in the 4 zones of Northwest, North Central, Southwest, and South geopolitical zones. Ali explained that the items seized since the commencement of the exercise were 21,071 bags of 50 kg of parboiled foreign rice, 190 vehicles, 891 drums filled with premium motor spirits, and 2,665 jerrycans of vegetable oil. Other items were 133 motorcycles, 70 jerrycans of premium motor spirits, and 131 bags of NPK fertilizer. According to him, 95% of illicit drugs and weapons used for terrorism come through the porous borders, while 317 suspected smugglers and 146 illegal migrants have so far been arrested during the exercise. At least the partial border closure had also boosted the revenue being generated by the service. The Enugu State Police Command has found that the increased criminality mountain of roadblocks by vigilante groups is part of the state. The command said the vigilantes acting against is approved duty, which is complementary. The statement explained that mounting of sandbags on the roads to harass motorists and cyclists is unacceptable. The state police spokesman, Obere Barizo, said it was illegal for civilians to set up roadblocks for purposes of extorting road users. This is even as the locals are complaining about alleged exploitations by the said vigilante groups who insist on collecting money before allowing the motorists and cyclists to pass their checkpoints. This followed inquiry by newsmen about harassment of road users along Usoka Enugu Ezike Road, especially Adina Oka, Ibawa, and Odupa, among other areas, are members of the local security outfit, Neighborhood Watch. Nigeria Hydrological Services Agency has blamed state governments, except developers and other individuals for floods, which have recently plagued several parts of the country. Director General of the agency, Clement, is a stated base of national television. He said that governments and agencies have repeatedly failed to set up measures that only resort to fire brigade approach when flooding eventually occurs. One question that was played by the National Hydrological Services to curb flooding following their predictions is a side role of his agencies to merely advise and not enforce. He added that ministries involved in enforcing measures that can prevent flooding are however engaged when flood alerts are issued. He also blamed flooding on poor urban planning and lack of drainages. He warned that states located within the coastal region like Lagos, Bayelsa, and Ondo should put up an extra measure to prevent flooding. The Hydrological Agency have predicted that no fewer than 74 local government areas in 30 states in Nigeria will experience severe flooding in June, July, August, and September. No fewer than 13,000 people are expected at this year's meeting of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund. The annual event, which proposed on Tuesday, 15th October 2019, will take place in Washington, D.C., United States. It will bring together governors of various central banks, ministers of finance and development, private sector executives, civil society, and academics. Participants are expected to discuss issues of global concern, including the world economic outlook, global financial stability, poverty eradication, jobs and growth, economic development, and aid effectiveness, among others. Top government officials from Nigeria are also expected at the meeting and will possibly share experiences of what the federal government has been doing to address income inequalities, job creation, and improve the nation's human resources. The meeting is also expected to offer an opportunity for civil society organizations to share their views and interact with policymakers in global setting. Among the foreign scene, tens of thousands of troops and rescue workers worked in Japan to fight floods and help stranded residents after one of the most powerful typhoons to hit the country in 6 decades left as many as 36 people dead. Typhoon Hagibis, which means speed in the Philippine language, Tagalog, left the capital Tokyo relatively unscathed but caused serious damage to surrounding regions as rivers burst their banks and the torrential rain triggered landslides. More than 100,000 rescuers, including 31,000 troops, crossed their way through debris from Sunday night into Monday morning to reach people trapped by floods or whose homes had been buried. Authorities warned more mudslides were possible with more rain forecast. Rivers overflowed their banks at close to a dozen locations, including in Nagano in central Japan, where the Chukuba River breached an embankment and water goes into residential neighborhoods, flooding homes up to the second floor. But the movement had temporarily halted, and an event to promote the day in Tokyo over the weekend had to be cancelled. Military and fire department helicopters released survivors from rooms and balconies in several locations, but in Fukushima, one rescue went tragically awry when a woman died after falling from the cradle. That's it from Omaha. It's back to you, Emeka Chibu, for the rest of the news. I am Laura Kafo.
Thank you so much, Laura, for those reports. On our sporting package for tonight, Nigeria's national football team coach Gernot Rohr believes the Super Eagles have a good future after they played out a 1-1 draw against Brazil in Sunday's international friendly. Juna Ochi tells us more.
The Eagles coach paraded a young team against Brazil in an international friendly match played on Sunday. The team, however, gave a good account of themselves, with Joe Aribo scoring the opening goal in the 35th minute. The Brazilians leveled the score through Casemiro's second-half efforts. Nigeria will seek to capitalize on the momentum gained in Singapore by picking up good results when they take on Benin Republic and Lesotho in African Cup of Nations qualifying games in November. Meanwhile, Super Eagles head coach Gernot Rohr has regretted the injury picked up by Francis Uzoho in Sunday's friendly clash against Brazil. Uzoho, who was impressive in the game, left the pitch in the 65th minute as a result of the injury. The Omonia Nicosia goalkeeper is now a doubt for next month's 2021 African Cup of Nations qualifiers against Benin Republic and Lesotho. Minister of Youth and Sports Development Sunday Dare has retreated federal government's commitment to upgrade all stadia and sports facilities across the country. The minister confirmed this in Lagos during facilities inspection visits to the Teslim Balogun and Omikon Stadia in preparation for the FIFA inspection team. Nigeria is bidding for the hosting rights of FIFA Women's World Cup tournament next year. Sunday Dare commended the Lagos government for restoring the glory of the nation's dilapidated sports facilities across the country. The minister stated that the nation is about to witness less level development. In basketball, the Nigeria Basketball Federation has approved a 7-day shift of the 2019 Men's Premier League to allow clubs complete the administrative processes. In a letter signed by the Secretary General of the Federation, Afolabi Oluwayemi Olabisi, the deadline extension was at the instance of clubs intending to participate in the 2019 Men's Basketball League. The 2019 season will commence on Saturday, October 19th, in the Atlantic and Savannah conferences. The venue for the Atlantic Conference had been relocated to Ilore, Kwara State, while the Savannah Conference will be held in Zaria. Jonah Oji, MCL News.
And that's the much we can take on the news for tonight. But before we go, a second look at our major stories. Abia State government has assured Abia residents that construction work will soon begin on roads after the rainy season. This was revealed by the Commissioner for Information, Abia, on MCLTV's breakfast program, Good Morning, Abia. Following the recent protest by the Abia State chapter of the Nigerian Labour Congress and aggrieved staff of Abia State Polytechnic, the Students' Union government has reaffirmed that academic activities are in full swing. This comes on the rumor that the school has shut down. And in sports, Nigeria's national football team coach Ganatro believes the Super Eagles have a good future after they played out a 1-1 draw against Brazil in Sunday's international friendly, which took place in Singapore. Thank you so much for your time. I am Emeka Chibu. Stay tuned for Akokowa. Good night.